Hi, good evening. My name is Elkana Napoleon. I am Bakra's beverage sales director. Thank you for attending the meeting today.
Uh,
I am here to discuss the distribution agreement with PepsiCo. But before we do so, I would like to give you a quick background of our company, Bakra, and so that way you have a little idea. I mean, you have an idea of
mhm.
what we do, and at the same time, how long we've been around. So we are one of the only three beverages distributors operating in Kuma, and we have been around for years, and we have been keeping the same team members at the company for a long time. So we have been very faithful to the community, and at the same time, we are faithful to our team members as well. Okay, so I would just let you go ahead.
I am the director of the Middle Eastern operation of PepsiCo, and thank you for meeting with me, first of all. I know we've done business previously,
Yes.
so I wanted to bring up the reason why I wanted to negotiate with you is because we want to. I know the situation in Kumar economically has impacted you guys and all everybody. So now that it's getting better, I wanted to negotiate with you just to do business again together. Um, Obviously, because of inflation and the year, um, I wanted to negotiate different numbers than what we've done previously. If that's okay with you,
Yes,
and
that's fine. Yeah,
yeah,
that would be great. Definitely.
okay. I can go first. I can give you my numbers. We can come into
Sure.
an agreement if that is okay with you.
Yes.
So I am interested in 5 million in arrangement fees and 90% market research. Just because we're trying to improve and we want to recover the image in the Middle Eastern, and we would like to do it with a company that we previously worked with before.
Sure. Okay. So I'm sorry if I'm going to ask you to repeat yourself. I just want to make sure that I get the numbers correctly. So you mentioned the distribution fee that PepsiCo would like to pay is $5 million.
Yes.
And you did mention another number. Can you please go over that? Please.
Yes. Yeah, 90% market research.
Okay.
Market reach. I'm sorry.
Reach. No, no,
Yeah.
no. That's fine. Yes, definitely. Okay, so let me just take some notes so that way I can have these numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know those numbers are a little high based on the economical situation in Kumar, but since we've done business before, I feel like that was a realistic number for our companies getting together.
Okay, so PepsiCo will pay Bakra $5 million to actually to do the distribution that they are looking to do, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, well, okay, perfect. All right. So how about are you guys, I mean, well, I'm going to ask if you guys can offer more just because that I know that we've been around for a long time. We have a lot of experience, and as I mentioned earlier that we have a team that is very experienced, and we have worked with BevSecure in the past. Um, I'm going to ask if you can actually bring that distribution fee to $5.5 million.
I can work with $5.5 million and I am also willing if you think that 90% is a do you think that
The
90% is a good
market,
market research?
yes, so
Market reach?
that's what I was going to go over. So the 90% market rich is a bit high. Um, for us. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yes, just because we getting started again. So it's a new contract. It will be a new contract.
Yeah.
So on the first year, I do think that 90% is a bit high. So I'm going to ask to see if you can actually bring it down to 75%.
Yes, I can do 75%.
You can do 75%, so you can
Yeah.
do $5.5 million at $5.5 million at 75% market rate.
Yes, and those are the numbers that I was willing to offer, which are perfect for both of us. And
Awesome.
I wanted to bring up if we can do I want to negotiate another number. I was 70% I'm sorry, market reach and the possibility of renegotiation, maybe go a higher percentage after maybe 2 years,
two
depending
years.
and
Okay.
based on the numbers that we get in our reports.
That will be
Would
for the,
you be
oh,
willing
sorry, I'm
to
sorry.
do
Mhm. Go ahead.
no, would you be willing to do a renegotiation in 2 years?
Okay. Okay. So you would like to do a renegotiation in 2 years, correct? So
Yeah.
when you do so, what number are you looking for?
I want to try to reach that 90% that I mentioned earlier. But I am, because of the economy, I am willing to start in 70. And if we think that for is best for both companies and you think that it will be beneficial to go up to 90% in 2 years or in 5 years, I'm willing to, if you're willing
Okay.
to renegotiate.
Let me look at the numbers, okay? Just give me 1 second. Let me look at the numbers right now to see what we can do, okay?
Okay. While you look at the numbers, I want to bring up that the reason
Sure.
why I want to, the main reason for the renegotiation is based on the long run.
Mm-hmm.
I think that us working together will bring up higher numbers for both of us. So if it doesn't work out, I think still 70% is realistic for both of us. I don't think it's gonna be a loss for both of us. So yeah, I am willing for that if that is okay with you.
No, I mean, yeah. Okay, let me just write that down. Okay, I'll take some notes. So let me just make sure I have
Okay,
everything before we can go back to negotiate for the next 2 years, okay?
okay.
I mean for the first, yeah, for the next
No, yeah,
the 2 years after. Yeah, 2 years later, I meant, yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so thank you. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, so for the next 2 years, the 90% is still a little bit high. I know that from that time we'll have a lot more time and then we'll be experienced. I mean, well, we already experienced, but when you're dealing with a brand new distributor, so it's there's a lot for you to learn. So I do think in 2 years it is a fair amount of time for us to have enough time for us to be able to reach that percentage that you're looking for. However, I do think that 90% is still something that is high. That doesn't mean that we cannot achieve it. But of course, I want to
Okay.
work with a number that makes sense to us now, just because later on we want to make sure that we meet your expectations. Not only we want to make sure we meet your expectations, we want to make sure we exceed it as well. So I do want to make sure that the promise that we are going to make, or the expectations that you will have, we want to make sure that it's actually achieved. With that being said, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to propose 80%, 85% after 2 years.
Give me one second. Yeah, I can do 85, you said, right?
85% instead of 90%. Instead of 90%, I'm proposing 85%.
And then it would be a $5.5 million enrichment fees,
Correct.
right?
Yes. So
Okay.
so it's gonna go up from 75% to sorry, from 75% to 85%. So that's 10% for the next 2 years, which is like 5% for the first year and another 5% for the second year.
Yes, that is totally perfect. I am willing to negotiate that number with you.
You are. Okay, great. Wow, thank you so much. So let me just go ahead and write down my numbers. And thank you for actually considering that.
Of course.
Okay.
That was part of my plan too, so it's
Awesome.
perfect for
Yeah,
both of us.
great.
Any questions or
Yes, I mean, yes, I do have few questions for you. So now that we actually came up to an agreement, I'm glad that we do, and I can assure you that you will not be disappointed. You have made the right decision. We will make sure that we work diligently to make sure that we deliver the best results and we meet your expectations. And I just wanted to just ask you a few questions, so that way, I mean, just so I know a little bit more about your company. I mean, which I do know, I did do some research, but since I have you here, so I think it will be great for me to actually ask some questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so do you have any long-term plans to work in a different country? Any long-term plans to work in a different country? To
Um,
distribute, I mean, in a different country?
yeah, we are. My position, I focus on Middle East, but we
Right?
are planning on expanding. I think that we have been affected a little bit harder on the Middle East region. That is why I wanted to bring up this negotiation with you. We want to recover our image,
Awesome.
um, and I think um, the reason why we approached you is because we've done business before. We trust you guys, and I think you guys will be
Awesome.
perfect for helping us grow our company and improve our image. But yeah, we are planning on expanding. But me personally, I focus on the Middle Eastern, so it's not information that I could give you right now about globally.
I see. Okay, well, thank you for answering that question for me. Yes, we do. Yes, as you mentioned, we do have a share industry expertise. And
Yeah.
yes, so I do understand that we both want to enhance and preserve our reputation. Yes, that's also important to Bakra. So I'm actually glad you mentioned that. Yes, it's important to us. And yeah, I mean, do you have any questions for me? Any questions?
Um, at the moment, my top priority issue was just both of us to understand the pros and cons and it's what we expect from each other. So at the moment, I think all my questions were answered, and I am excited to be doing business with you again.
Oh, of course. No, I mean, it's actually a pleasure for us. And I'm so happy and very honored that you, PepsiCo, thought of us when they were making that decision. I can guarantee you that you will not be disappointed. You chose the right company. We will actually do all we can so that way we make sure that you are satisfied and making sure that the numbers that we communicated earlier that we reach them and also we also exceed those numbers. So we will meet your expectations. You are working with a group of professional. So you do not have, you can rest assured, you don't have to be worried about anything. Everything will go well. We communicate well, so it would not be a problem. So I want to thank you again for choosing us to be your distributor, and I we will stay connected.
Okay, that is perfect. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for coming into an agreement with me.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day. Okay, thank you.
You too. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.